And welcome to Parts Cannon Garage. My name is Jay. You may recognize me from my previous YouTube channel, A Man of Science. A very successful channel over the course of the last decade. I got that channel up to about 23 subscribers. Yes, wildly successful. That's more than 2 subscribers per year, if you know math. So anyway, I've decided to celebrate with a new channel called Parts Cannon Garage. What is a parts cannon? It's a derogatory term for someone who does not know how to do diagnostics. It's used on a lot of automotive and boating forums to insult people. And it's basically me. So I don't really know how to do many advanced diagnostics at all. I have a bunch of tools and a bunch of projects going on, but I tend to just replace parts. So I thought it was a good name. But we're gonna try to learn along the way here and see what's going on. So to kick things off with a bang, we're doing something called the Outboard Motor Experiment. And this was a little experiment. I just decided I was trying to figure out what content to make first for this new channel. What I did was I just went out over the last 2 weeks and I bought every outboard motor I could find in the area that conformed to some sort of loose rules here. So basically I set my search criteria to be within 60 miles using Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. I looked only at motors that were listed as not running or will not run or does not run or does not start. A little tip here, pro tip for someone who's been doing this for 2 weeks. If you search for outboard motors, you're gonna find a lot of outboard motors. If you search for boat motor, those are the people that are selling things that don't really know what it is. No one would call it a boat motor really. It's an outboard motor. But I was able to get much better deals on boat motors over outboard. So if you're looking around, those are the people that sort of inherited a motor or just found it or something. Go with that. If it was less than $100 in the listing, I just paid it. If it was more than $100, I offered the person half of whatever they were asking, and if they said yes, I bought it. That's it. I ended up with, I think, a dozen outboards. And over the course of the next couple weeks, however long it takes me, we're gonna go through every single outboard, figure out what it is first of all, because I can't even figure out what some of these things are, what year, size, all that fun stuff. Then we're gonna actually go through each outboard one at a time and see if we can get them running. And at the end of this, we'll see. And if we can make any money doing this as well, that would be kind of interesting. And I bought a lot of outboard motors. And what I quickly realized is it's very hard to store a bunch of outboard motors. Okay, so I think I'm going to build something that looks like, this is the end view. This is a terrible drawing. Something that looks sort of like this from the end view. Here's some wheels. And from the side view, it's going to be long, legs on either end. Maybe some 4x4s. Here's some wheels. So this is a terrible drawing, but the idea will be that the outboard motors themselves will sit here. So that's a propeller. And then here's one here. And that way I can have outboards on either side of this going all the way down. Outboard, 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 outboard. And hopefully I can fit 12 outboards on this thing. I have another stand or two, and I will take the outboard that we're going to feature that week or that video. I'll take it off this mess and put it on a private stand so we can rotate it and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens.
So before cutting, I measured the longest outboard that I bought, which is a really long or tall outboard. It's a Mercury long shaft. I think it's for a sailboat. And that required 32 inches from the mount point to the bottom of the skeg, which is the bottom, furthest bottom point on the outboard. Anyway, decided to go with 36 inches because that allowed me to only use 3 4x4s and also have enough for 4 1-foot vertical spacers you'll see in the final layout. Just drilled some holes in the 2x4. Secured these with some 3-inch exterior screws. Secured the side rails with 4 giant 6-inch lags. 2 on each side. Got these wheels on Amazon for, I think, $28 maybe. They came with the hardware. They seem pretty decent. I think they're rated at 600 pounds. And the final bottom piece.
Okay, well, I think you get the idea. Rolls pretty good. Pretty solid. So stay tuned. The cliffhanger next time. We're going to fill this up with all the outboards laying around the garage. And we're going to try to go through them, write down each outboard on the whiteboard, and try to fill in the blanks on years and horsepowers and all that stuff. Some will be easy, some will be nearly impossible. Thank you.